for one team, and that's for the Kansas City Chiefs, and they know they're on a collision course, and he identified Sauce as a piece that he wants to try and win a championship.
So there are a lot of people, there are a lot of Jet fans. It's become kind of fashionable to dump on Sauce Gardner a little bit. A lot of penalties. He started his career so extraordinarily good. I'll remind everyone who doesn't know, Bart, you cover them every single day. You do the post-game show and all that stuff. Just how good a player are the Indianapolis Colts getting?
I think they're getting a tremendous player. I think they give a guy that was asked to do certain things under a solid system. He wasn't asked to travel. He proved that he could travel. Now, he struggled. He's given up a couple of big plays. Really, his physicality is what hurt him this year. I think being able to come up and make tackles and set the edge as teams are trying to force him to tackle. I think he has to show that up. Exactly. But you talk about his defense ratings. He's like a 6'3" corner that can match up with all these big guys, and he's a guy that's elite. You don't just become two-time All-Pro by mistake, and he's still young and getting better.
I would note that the Jets were not shopping Sauce Gardner by any means. Right. The Jets liked Sauce Gardner. This was one of those Godfather deals where Chris Ballard kept on offering more and more and more. and the Jets actually got more in compensation for Sauce Gardner than what the Cowboys got for Micah Parsons. Right. So that tells you what they value in that.
If you like A.D. Mitchell, who I think sort of
I think that's big, what the Jets got. But also, I think a lot of people dump on Sauce because he started so excellent. Right. And you're expecting a guy to get better and better and better, but everybody has a cap, or everyone has a ceiling. And for Sauce Gardner, you were expecting this exponential growth from a dude that walked in as one of the best corners in all of the NFL.
I think the Jet fans, candidly, have been spoiled by watching Darrelle Revis, and they thought, oh, we got the next Revis.
But he did something that even Revis never did. Two-time All-Pro your first 2 years is tremendous, especially dealing with what he had on the other side of the ball.
All right, so the Colts make the big trade. The Chiefs didn't. So my next RC Rewind is, do you think the Chiefs missed an opportunity this week?
Absolutely, the Chiefs missed an opportunity. When you played the Buffalo Bills and realized that when the Buffalo Bills are at their best, there is nothing that you could do with them. You couldn't get to Josh Allen. Josh Allen was basically perfect last week against the Kansas City Chiefs, and it's because they can't create pressure. Chris Jones is no longer the one-man wrecking crew that he used to be, so now Steve Spagnuolo has to commit extra people to the rush in order to put pressure on the quarterback, and Josh Allen went absolutely crazy. If you want to win, you got to stop the Allens, you got to stop the Lamar Jacksons, and without a pass rush, you can't do that.
But I wasn't disappointed because they didn't get to Josh Allen. What I was disappointed about is they couldn't exploit a leaky Buffalo Bills rush defense. That opportunity to go get Breece Hall, who would have completed the entire puzzle. You talk about how do you beat Lamar Jackson, how you beat Josh Allen by keeping their ass on the bench because I got time of possession and I'm moving the chains. I think that was the biggest loss, that they decided not to come off a fourth-round draft pick. They want to come on a third-round draft pick to get Breece to close the deal.
What do you think, Peter?
We'll see if it haunts them or not. I think a lot of people thought they were going to make a move for a running back here because at the end of that game, and no shade to any of those players, you're dealing with Kareem Hunt, Pacheco, and Clyde Edwards-Helaire, and it doesn't seem like they have the same pop that they used to in the last championship runs. But they are 10 toes down, they are with their guys, and they are not making a move for running
back.
back.
How much of that is we've been there and done that?
I think it is that.
Like, we've found ways to win when people think we're lacking.
No doubt, and that was at the wide receiver spot last year. Everyone thinks that we need this, we need that, we need this.
But
we're going to roll with our guys.
The feel has improved. It's different. What happened last year, what you could do last year, doesn't mean you can do it this year.
Chiefs remain the toughest team to pick against. All right, last one.
Kansas City Chiefs fans, listen up, because this is where passion meets preparation. This is Chiefs Kingdom Report, and we're diving straight into the heart of what makes Kansas City different from every other team in the NFL. The bye week isn't just rest for this group. It's a reset, a recalibration, and a call to arms before the second half of the season. And right now, all eyes are locked on one goal, being ready for the Indianapolis Colts. Patrick Mahomes has already shown that even when he's not on the field, he's still leading from the front. While most players spend their bye week disconnected, Mahomes is in Lubbock, Texas, his old stomping grounds, recharging, reconnecting, and still representing Kansas City in the spotlight. ESPN's College Game Day will have him as the guest picker, but make no mistake, this isn't just fun for him, it's fuel. Mahomes is watching greatness up close, top 10 teams battling under the lights, and you know how that mind works. Every ounce of competition, every roar of a crowd, every reminder of what it takes to win at the highest level becomes motivation for what's next. And right now, all eyes are locked on one goal, being ready for the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, Andy Reid, the master of the bye week, is back in Kansas City orchestrating what he does best, turning extra preparation into pure dominance. Under Reid, the Chiefs are 10-3 coming off the bye. That's not coincidence, that's culture. The same focus that made him a Hall of Fame coach is the same energy he's instilling into every meeting room this week. And when you give Reid 2 weeks to plan for a team like the Colts, a team still finding its footing, you can bet he's already 2 steps ahead. The Colts have been feisty. They've added talent, made noise, and traded for playmakers like Sauce Gardner, believing they can make a push. But belief doesn't equal legacy. They're building. Kansas City is built. The Colts are searching for identity. The Chiefs are sharpening one that's already forged in championship steel. When you line up against Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, and a defense that's quietly ranked top 5 in the league in points allowed, you're not just facing a team, you're facing the gold standard of the NFL. And let's talk about that Chiefs defense for a second. Yes, the headlines are about Mahomes and Reid, but Steve Spagnuolo's group has been the backbone all year. Even in tough moments, they've held opponents under 21 points in 5 of the last 7 games. Chris Jones is still the heartbeat of the pass rush. George Karlaftis continues to develop into one of the most relentless young edge defenders in football. And rookie corner Kamari Lassiter has added a spark in the secondary that perfectly complements L'Jarius Sneed. This unit doesn't just survive, it suffocates. Offensively, the Chiefs are reloading. Rashee Rice has shaken off the rust. Xavier Worthy's speed has stretched defenses thin. The offensive line, led by Creed Humphrey and Joe Thuney, is getting healthier. And let's not forget, when Mahomes has time and Reid has a plan, there's not a defensive coordinator in the league who sleeps well. The Kansas City offense hasn't hit its full rhythm yet, and that's the scariest part. The bye week is where that rhythm returns. It's where they fix timing, polish routes, and re-establish balance. So when the Chiefs take the field next against the Colts, expect a statement. Expect precision. Expect fire. This is the moment where Kansas City reminds everyone that their dynasty isn't done, it's evolving. This is when the kingdom roars back to life, when Mahomes delivers those no-look passes and dagger throws that break hearts and silence critics. The Colts will bring their best, but the Chiefs are bringing their standard. Kansas City is still the team to beat in the AFC. The path to the playoffs still runs through Arrowhead, and the fire that built this dynasty, the unity, the preparation, the pride, is burning hotter than ever. So, Kansas City Kingdom, I want to hear from you. How confident are you that this team will come out of the bye swinging and take down Indianapolis? What do you expect from Mahomes, Reid, and the defense? Drop your thoughts below. Hit that like button if you believe the kingdom is ready to rise again. And don't forget to subscribe for more daily Chiefs news, reactions, and breakdowns. Because this isn't just a team, it's a statement. The bye week isn't rest, it's reload. And when the Chiefs return, they're coming for everything. The AFC, the playoffs, the Lombardi. The kingdom will rise again.